Welcome to our YouTube channel Dream Dynamics.
Silence can often be overshadowed by the noise of our thoughts, words, and actions. We find ourselves constantly talking, texting, or posting on social media, filling our lives with endless chatter. However, the wisdom of Zen Master reminds us that there are times when silence is not just golden, but also profoundly transformative. It teaches us to recognize the power of silence and to use it wisely, especially in 5 crucial situations. This journey through the spiritual teachings of Zen will take us on a voyage to understand the significance of always being silent in 5 situations. These teachings offer profound insights that can inspire us to lead a more mindful, harmonious, and purposeful life. Let's explore these ancient wisdoms, embracing the serenity of silence and finding solutions to our life problem. Once upon a time, in a tranquil village, nestled among rolling hills, there lived a renowned Zen master named William. William was revered not only for his wisdom, but also for his unyielding commitment to silence. He was known far and wide for teaching his disciples the art of silence in 5 specific situations. The first situation was the easiest to understand. Always be silent in the face of anger. William's teachings emphasized that when someone was consumed by anger, they were not in a state to listen or reason. To illustrate this, William often told a story about a young boy named Kenta. Kenta lived in the village and was known for his quick temper. One day, he found a wounded sparrow in the forest and brought it to William for help. William, a master of healing, began tending to the bird's injuries. As he worked, Kenta grew impatient and started complaining about the slow progress. His anger mounted with each passing moment, but William remained serene and silent. He continued to mend the bird's wing without reacting to Kenta's outbursts. Eventually, Kenta realized the futility of his anger and fell silent himself. William then gently handed him the healed sparrow, and the lesson was learned. Silence in the face of anger often dissipates the storm within. The second situation was more subtle. Always be silent when you are in doubt. William believed that words spoken from a place of uncertainty could sow confusion and discord. To convey this lesson, he often recounted the story of a farmer named Haruki. Haruki was a diligent farmer who had successfully cultivated rice for many years. However, one year he faced a mysterious problem. The rice plants in one field were withering, while those in another thrived. Perplexed, he turned to William for advice. William visited the fields and carefully examined the 2 plots. He observed that the field with withering crops was receiving less sunlight due to a tall tree on its border. With a knowing smile, he whispered to Haruki, "Cut down the tree." Haruki hesitated, unsure whether this was the right solution, and wanted more explanation. William remained silent, allowing Haruki's doubt to linger. Days passed, and Haruki continued to ponder the problem. Eventually, he mustered the courage to cut down the tree, and as William had predicted, the withering crops began to flourish. Haruki realized the power of silence. In moments of doubt, it allows one to find answers within. The third situation was challenging. Always be silent when you are tempted to gossip. William believed that gossip could poison not only the one who spoke it, but also the entire community. To illustrate this point, he told a tale of two friends, Hiroshi and Takeshi. Hiroshi and Takeshi were inseparable, sharing secrets and stories daily. One day, Hiroshi came across a juicy piece of gossip about a fellow villager. He was eager to share it with Takeshi, believing it would strengthen their bond. But William's teachings weighed on Hiroshi's conscience. When he met Takeshi, Hiroshi hesitated. He remembered William's words about the toxicity of gossip. Instead of sharing the gossip, Hiroshi remained silent. Takeshi, puzzled by his friend's silence, questioned him. "I've learned that silence is sometimes the best response," Hiroshi explained, tears welling up in his eyes. Gossip can harm not only the person it's about, but also the one who spreads it. I choose silence to protect our friendship. Takeshi, inspired by Hiroshi's wisdom, understood the value of silence in preserving relationships. Their bond grew stronger, and they vowed never to indulge in gossip again. The fourth situation was one that required great restraint. Always be silent when you are tempted to boast. William believed that true humility was born from silence. To illustrate this, he shared the story of a gifted archer named Riko. Riko was celebrated throughout the village for his unmatched skill with a bow and arrow. His precision was extraordinary, and he never missed his target. Crowds gathered to watch him practice, and Riko reveled in the admiration. One day, a humble traveler arrived in the village. He was an old man, bent with age, and carried a battered bow. Riko, eager to display his prowess, challenged the traveler to a friendly archery contest. The villagers gathered to witness the spectacle. The contest began, and Riko confidently hit the bullseye with ease. The crowd cheered, but the old traveler's shots consistently missed the target. Yet he remained unfazed, his demeanor calm and composed. As the contest concluded, the traveler approached Riko. He spoke not with arrogance, but with kindness. "Your skill is remarkable, young archer," he said. "But remember, the true mark of greatness is not in boasting, but in remaining humble." Riko, humbled by the traveler's words, realized the value of silence in moments of self-praise. From that day on, he continued to practice his archery diligently, but he did so quietly and without fanfare. The fifth and final situation was the most profound. Always be silent in the presence of nature's wonders. William believed that the beauty of the natural world spoke for itself and required no commentary. To convey this lesson, he often led his disciples on contemplative walks, through the nearby forest. One bright morning, William and his disciples embarked on such a journey. They walked in silence, taking in the symphony of bird song, the rustle of leaves, and the play of light filtering through the trees. As they reached a clearing, they encountered a magnificent waterfall. The water tumbled from great heights, shimmering like liquid crystal in the sunlight. It roared with a thunderous yet soothing sound. The disciples were all struck and began to whisper their amazement. William gently raised his hand, and his disciples fell silent. He pointed toward the waterfall, encouraging them to immerse themselves in the natural wonder without words. As the disciples closed their eyes and listened to the waterfall's melody, a profound sense of peace and unity with nature washed over them. They understood the final lesson. Silence in the presence of nature's wonders allowed one to connect with the world in its purest form. In the years that followed, William's teachings on silence in these 5 situations continued to guide and inspire the villagers. The wisdom of the Zen Master was passed down through generations, fostering a community that valued restraint, humility, and a deep appreciation for the world around them. And so, in the tranquil village among rolling hills, the legacy of Zen Master William lived on, echoing through the silence that spoke volumes to those who listened. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this story meaningful and the lessons impactful, don't miss out on more content like this. Subscribe to our channel to stay connected and receive regular updates filled with insightful narratives and valuable life lessons. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to sharing more empowering stories with you. Remember, every small step towards personal development counts. See you in our next video.